Hi everyone and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Ann-sofie and I work as an Enterprise consultant at Columbus. Today I'm going to show you what a Hubshare is and how you can use it with M-files. Before we get started, I'm going to give you a brief introduction, and after that I will show you a short demonstration in Hubshare. So what is Hubshare? Well, it's a portal solution that enables you to interact with your external users in one place. But if you want to, you can also use it for internal users. Hubshare has a really easy interface, but it's easy to learn, and it can also be branded and customized to suit your customers' needs. But the main benefit is that you can easily integrate it with M-files. With the integration, you will have the same content in M-files and Hubshare all the time. It works just the way that you have an M-files client and web. Therefore, you have one single hub of truth for you and your clients, which diminishes the need for sending emails back and forth, for instance. By using Hubshare instead of using emails, for instance, you will have a more secure option to share your content with your clients. You make sure that your information is always up to date. Your clients can always see the latest version. You will avoid duplicates just as you can in M-files. And you can apply filters to make sure that you only provide the information your users should have access to. Here we have the M-files client. It's recommended for all users who use M-files as their daily tool. They need the client as they require high performance when it comes to searches and functionality. They need access to a lot of advanced processes and also advanced security and permissions to avoid human error. The M-files client is mostly used for internal users as it requires installation, but it also requires a bit of training as there are a lot of features to learn. Here we can see the Hubshare solution instead. It's a good solution for external users as it requires no installation. It's almost intuitive and requires very little training, and it also has a lower license fee. So for every internal user, you get 50 external ones. The license for the internal users, it's a bit higher than a normal client, but you get all these extra external users. With Hubshare, it's possible for you to share content from your M-file solution with your partners. You can ask your clients to upload contents in Hubshare, and the result will add collaboration space to share documents and act on processes. But you can also use Hubshare to include other non-M-files content like company news, business data displayed as charts and diagrams, and you can also add links to other sites, product information, product galleries, and many other nice features. So to make a short summary before giving you the demonstration, M-files works as the back office solution, and Hubshare works as a customer-friendly digital client where the customer can manage and share data. So with M-files and the Hubshare solution, you and your clients can share the same truth at all times. You will work in the client and your customers will work in Hubshare. All information can be accessed and managed with metadata to place it in the right workflows that supports business processes just as you can in M-files. And you make sure there's only one version of the document. There's no need to sync or share information. So you control everything from the M-files client. And in Hubshare, you can securely share documents and objects. You can enable your clients to upload documents. You can view or edit object metadata, or you can download and preview documents. And you can also use forms to create non-document objects if you want to just add an ordinary object without no document content. And now it's time for a short demonstration how it looks like in Hubshare. This is how it looks like when the user tries to log into Hubshare. You will invite new external users by creating a new external user in the mFiles client, and then an email will be sent to the external user with a link, and which will guide them to this page, and they will be prompted to set a new password. After pressing login, they will be guided directly to the home page. And this home page could look like like you want to, with the colors and banners and images and such things. And we also have something called widgets. And a widget is each and every square here. Each widget has a specific function. It could contain non-mFile contents like the ones at the top here, or mFile content like below here. These widgets could be configured. You can choose whatever widget you want to. You can also set permissions on each widget. So maybe you just want supplier user groups to see specific widgets, and customers other widgets, and internal users other type of widgets. And maybe you want it to be role-based as well. So like the management should have should see other types of widgets. This is just an example, as I've said, but it will show you a number of different kinds of functionality. So I think it's a good example how it could look like. So if we start here at the top, you can add some kind of welcome widget or text widget where you can add general information, and this information could have different kinds of fonts and so on, images that could be clickable as well, like this one. So the next widget is company news, or the chat widget. Here you can add information about news that you want to provide to your users. It could be like office hours if you're closed during the summer, if something special is happening, warnings about products and other stuff. And if you are an internal user who has permission to do so, you can add information in this social chat. So maybe we will write office closed on Monday. And we put this in bold, and we can add some extra text. And we put this in a smaller font. We can put on preview just to see how it looks like. And when we press save and go back to the home page and update, this information will be visible in the widget. So the next one is the link widget, where you can actually add links, URL links to other sites. So here I just added a few examples. So for instance, I've added an URL link to download the latest version of mFiles, another one to the Hubshare page, and another one to Columbus homepage. But if you have like a site, a URL site where you can have some kind of product configurator for your business, it would be a good place to place it. and it could be other valuable links as well, but it will show with just a image and a description line. So it's a nice thing to have in a portal. And the next widget is the bar chart or pie chart or line chart. You can have different kinds of chart, whatever you want to, where you can actually display information from files or from another source. And you connect these charts to an SQL source or an XML file. And you can choose the colors and the description and everything here. So this might be a good widget to show for management. The next one is a product or photo gallery. Here you can display images of your company products or maybe some brand information or such thing. And it could be clickable, so you can, maybe you want it to have a scrolling function that I have now. Every 20 seconds a new image is shown, but you can also have it like still pictures as well. Down below is where the M-files parts come in. And of course, you don't have to put this on the home page. You can put it in another page if you want to. You can add as many tabs here as you want to. But just as we want to gather everything on the same page now for this demo, I put it on the same page. So let's have a look at this widget first, My Supplier Documents. And I will put this to the right, to the left, and I have the M-files client to the right. So because I want to show you how information is updated instantly from M-files to Hubshare. So I think it's a nice thing to have that everything that you're going to publish in Hubshare, you want to keep track of in the M-files client, so you are sure of what you are sharing in Hubshare. So therefore I have built a view called Hubshare Views. And under Hubshare Views, I've created different kinds of views that's connected to different widgets here in Hubshare. So as this is the supplier documents, I will go to this one. And in this demo, my user or my external user is employed at a company called Columbus, that is the supplier in this case. So I only want this person to see documents that should be published for the supplier that's called Columbus. So if we start with the supply agreement, for instance, and I show it like this. So my user is employed at this company, the Columbus company, and I've also added on the metadata card that this information should be published in Hubshare. And I've added the functionality that only documents that should be published in Hubshare or has this property will be visible in Hubshare as well. So I applied a filter for that. So if I go to supply agreement, you will see that I can only see this document and not the other ones for Apple and Microsoft, because on Apple it's visible for the suppliers from Apple, and this one is just visible for Microsoft. So if I click on this one, it will open up and I will get a preview of it. And here you have all the information. The functionality you get here, this is it works similar to annotations in M-Files client. So the user cannot change any content on this document, but they can add some information, and they can save it and download it. So the next widget I want to show you is a widget that I have called My Uploaded Documents. And I've set the filter so the user will only see the documents that the user have uploaded into Hubshare. So if you're another user, you will see another set of documents. And new files will be uploaded by pressing Add Files. I will take a new file and I will say that this is general information, and I will set a description: product changes for March 2023. And I can, in this case, also choose which suppliers this document will be visible for, and I will choose Columbus and M-Files in this case. And press send. And as you can see, the information is updated instantly in the widget. And when I update it here in M-Files, you can see that it's visible here as well. And all the contents or the metadata that I filled in is also visible here in M-Files. The difference with this widget, if you compare to the previous one, is that I've added some extra functionality. So the user can actually replace the content, and if they do so, a new version of that document is saved in M-Files, just as it would be if you drag and drop a new document on top of the old one in M-Files. You can, of course, also download it. You can press properties if you just want to see the properties or the metadata of the document. And as you can see here, you can only see document type and description. Now I've highlighted another one, but we can do on this one. So if you go on properties, you can see the properties I added. And this is a configuration thing. I can choose whatever properties I have here in the M-Files client. So you can configure any options you want. So last but not least, I will show you another type of widget that will not create any type of document or show any document. It's just connected to an object. So in this case, I'm going to create an assignment that it will send an email out to the person who will be assigned. But you can also use it for maybe deviations. You can use it for other types of process management as well. But in this case, I will do just a simple example. So maybe fix problem with product XYZ, CD code formation in M-Files. So I will assign this to me. That's in this M-Files client. And I will set a deadline as well. So you have until tomorrow to fix this. And then I press create. And then I get the success stamp as well in Hubshare to know that it's been created. So I go to home, and if I update it, I get this assigned to me, fix problem with XYZ. And as you know, when you create assignments, the user also get an email in the email client as well. So Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you found this webinar interesting and it has raised a lot of thoughts how to use it in your company. And if you have any questions, you're always welcome to contact us at Columbus. Thank you for joining.